Welcome back. Hope you're having a great Thursday. It was a stormy morning with very little rain, and hopefully we'll see some rain on the way.
No, just an appetizer. Basically,
Right?
the beginning of this whole event. Yeah, a little bit of rain here. We had a lot of lightning, and that was about it here at the studio. Very light rain. A couple of spots had a little more in the way of rainfall. When one viewer say 0.05 of an inch in northeast Rochester, so that's something, but not much, and we could use a bit more. We will have more chances later today, but right now, not a bad day to be out on the lake, at least so far. Later in the day, you may not want to be out on the lake. We're looking at the possibility of lightning again toward the tail end of the afternoon and evening. Right now, this is a look outside with our Lewis Donato camera from Lake City right now. Beautiful day to be out and about so far. 87, a hot one though. You need the sunscreen certainly to be sure, and stay hydrated in a day like today. Dew point 65. Right now the winds out of the south 8, at times gusting around 15 miles per hour. At the airport, it's 87 in Rochester. Dodge Center 90, 84 in Austin. Mason City already a scorching 94. That is as of noon. It's 94. Tack on a few more degrees as we go to the afternoon. It is a hot one, to say the least. 87 in Rochester. Winds out of the southwest at the airport, 16 miles per hour. Give me something to help stir up the air a little bit. It's very oppressive otherwise. Feels like 89, and the air pressure is steady, 29.83 inches of mercury. Some thunderstorms later today. Severe weather is a possibility, a strong possibility, in fact, late afternoon and for the evening, at least through about midnight. And then the coming days, not quite so stormy. We have, in fact, a quieter Friday and Saturday with a mild weekend ahead of us. There will be more storm chances, though, by Father's Day. That's probably the other rain chance we have in the next week. 87 right now in Rochester. Behind the cold front that's on its way, you can see that we were getting some refreshing, slightly cooler weather. Minot 83, still warm, but not as hot. And 82 meanwhile in Chicago. Des Moines 95. Here's that humidity building in, that big strip of green on the map. That's that warm, moisture-laden air, that humid air mass that's building in ahead of that cold front. Behind it, really dry air will quickly follow. So we're going to see that tomorrow. Warm but drier, less humid Friday ahead of us. But here go the showers to the west. Pretty benign activity so far, just along and just behind that cold front as it pushes south and eastward, and that'll be the focus of those thunderstorm chances later on. Level 3 out of 5, that severe weather risk today for the Storm Prediction Center. That's enhanced risk. Now encompasses Rochester and areas to the south and east. So a large portion of the area, in fact, almost the entire local viewing area is now in that higher threat range, with tornadoes possible, damaging winds, large hail, all of that from about 5 o'clock this afternoon through at least the midnight hour. So looking at severe weather risk today, moderate to higher end probability of severe weather, and maybe a few heavy downpours as well. There's a lot of moisture to feed those shower chances, a lot of extra humidity, adding buoyancy and instability, but also something to give us a little bit in the way of rainfall. Those showers will feed on that. So late day isolated storms, and we see the more organized activity migrating in late in the evening through the midnight hours. Some heavy downpours of rain, damaging winds, and perhaps some hail until after midnight. And we see that threat really ramping up at 5 through about 1 or 2 in the morning, conceivably, and then tomorrow, again, we get a break with some sunshine. But today's thunderstorms really fire up late in the afternoon. 91 the expected high. Heat index levels around 95 to 100, depending on where you are on the map. The temperatures tonight behind that front back to the 60s, and then the 80s tomorrow, but not nearly as humid. Here's future track looking at that cold front moving into the area. Thunderstorms fire up around 4 or 5 o'clock, at least a handful of them, but the strongest activity between 5 and midnight. The storms then migrate southeastward pretty quickly after midnight, and then drier air follows. Northwest wind up to 20 miles per hour, a little breezier tomorrow, but much less humid. If you're trying to kick off an isolated shower tomorrow night, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Very small chance that'll happen. Otherwise, high pressure sticks around for the first half of the weekend before storms develop again first thing Sunday morning, off and on storms throughout the day. With slight chance of maybe a couple of strong storms Sunday afternoon, with a little more humidity back in the area by then, but next week looking very seasonable in most ways. Some sun and then some scattered storms for Father's Day weekend. Temperatures mainly in the 80s, but the days that follow do look a little bit cooler. 70s for Monday and Tuesday, and that actually is cooler than average. We've not had a normal, if not cooler than normal, high temperature so far this very warm month of June. So far we are on pace to be the hottest ever June in our history. 91, some hot weather that is today, and some storms late in the day. Southwest winds around 15 miles per hour. Tonight, 64, some evening thunderstorms. Activity then on the wane after midnight. Northwest winds up to 10 miles per hour. And tomorrow, a little breezy, not as humid. A very sunny, very warm day. 87 for your Friday. 7-day forecast, 80s for the weekend. Next week, mainly dry, but very comfortable 70s and low 80s.
Okay, so a lot going on.
A lot today, definitely.
All right. Thanks, Ted. Thanks so much. In other news here this morning, Wisconsin is